Good morning, children. Hope you are doing well. So, in today's class, we will discuss on relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are those pronouns which joins two sentences and which is related to the antecedent noun. That is called relative pronoun. That means relative pronoun is a word that first thing that joins two sentences, and that word relative pronoun comes after the antecedent noun of the first sentence. That is the place where it will come. It will come after antecedent noun, and it will join two sentences. Two conditions are there. So that's a relative pronoun. Now you have to remember this one, that relative pronouns join its connection with the antecedent of the first sentence, and it will follow the number, the gender, the person, and accordance to the antecedent. According to its antecedent, it will follow in number, in gender, in a person. So after this one, we can say that the relative pronoun is working like connectives, because it joins two sentences, and work as a connectives. For example, you can hear, this is the camera which I have recently bought. This is the camera which I have recently bought. So this is the camera I have recently bought. So this is the camera which I have recently bought. You can buy the books that you need. So this is how it works. It connects two sentences. First, it joins two sentences. And it comes after its antecedent noun. Work as a connective. So that's it. So now the relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, that. These are the relative pronouns. So first we will discuss on who. As you can see on the board, first I mentioned there join two sentences. First thing, in every relative pronoun, it will join two sentences. So first thing here, join two sentences, and who is used in place of subject of second clause, and it will use in the place of subject of second clause or second sentence. So that makes that who is always subject. It will work always subject. The first thing. Second one, used for person only. It will use for human beings only for person, not for non-living things. Third one, put after its antecedent. It will put after its antecedent. Antecedent means that comes before anything. That comes before anything. That is called antecedent. And we have to follow that antecedent. For example, as you can see on the board, it is I who called you. Listen it carefully. It is I who called you. I is underlined. So I, here the I word is antecedent. I word is antecedent. And where the who come? Who came? After, just after antecedent. It is I who called you. The second example, the man who is there is my uncle. The man who is there is my uncle. So the underlined word is the man. So it is an antecedent, and who is following the antecedent. So that is the conditions of who. Second one, whom. The same thing as we did in the who. It is used for persons only. Now there is confusion. Who is also used for person, whom is also used for person. Then why there are two words, who and whom? We can use only one. But who, as I already mentioned, that who comes for only subject, on the place of subject, then whom on the place of object. The second thing, put on the place of object, then it is used as an objective case for both singular and plural. It will come for both. The antecedent, if the antecedent is singular, then also, and plural, then also. For example, the boy whom you teach is very intelligent. So here underlined word, the boy is antecedent. It is an antecedent, and whom is following that. Second, the woman whom you helped is a social worker. The woman whom you helped is a social worker. So here underlined word is the woman, and it is an antecedent, and whom is following it. Number 3. The next relative pronoun is whose. Now here whose is used for both of human beings and non-living things. Who is used for both human being and non-living things. And second one, used after antecedent of a noun. It will also come after noun, antecedent noun. For example, this is the man whose father is a famous doctor. This is the man whose father is a famous doctor. So underlined word is the man, and who's following it? It is human being. In the next sentence, this is the old car whose parts are not available now. Whose parts are not available now. So here underlined word is old car. So antecedent is a non-living thing. So whose following comes for both human beings and non-living things. That is the different thing from previous two relative pronouns. Next one, and the next relative pronoun which it is used for non-living things and tiny entities. For the infant babies, we can, it is used for non-living things first thing, and tiny entities, little entities which we cannot define its gender, then we can use which, used with antecedent, singular or plural, that doesn't matter. For example, the baby which was found, there was very healthy, there was very healthy. So here the baby is tiny entities and which is following it. Number 2, the watch which my uncle sent me is very valuable. In the next sentence, the watch is underlined, so it is an antecedent and which is following it. So these are our relative pronoun. Note down this all thing in your notebook by pause the video and note it down. Thank you.